Hello everyone and welcome to our Let's Play series of Underrail Expedition. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today as... What are we doing? What are we doing today? Apart from things that I need to look into and stuff for Gorski. Gorski wants me... Gorski just wants things. And also we need to wait for Jack Quicksilver to show up and be like... Not show up, but to... well, maybe show up to tell me what else he needs. Ambassador Athanas told you to see Consul Oliver in Fort Apogee. Oh right, it has been a while until since we have dealt with the Protectorate. We do need to go to the upper areas of the world. Basically, that's taken care of. Core City, that's Skorsky on both accounts. And we need, well, we have the mission. We need to infiltrate the Institute of Chort and track down the stolen cube. And also find the mysterious cube the Faceless are looking for and return it to Tanner. That sounds like a big pain in the butt. It does sound like a big pain in the butt. Let's disable... Oh, it's already disabled. The autosave on transitions, because we don't need that for right now. I do wonder... Jojo, who the heck are you? Oh, it's somebody who wants to join the Praetorians. Let's see if I can do this. Has no tolerance for imbeciles like you. Okay. That's, I guess that settles it then, doesn't it? And... whose manor is this? This property belongs to the Losky family, and access to general public is strictly forbidden, or prohibited, unless, of course, you have been invited by the families. No, the family, I have not, in fact. And in fact, that is a bit of a problem. Well, it's not a problem, because we don't need to go in there. I don't know what is going to happen, but we do know there's something afoot. And I will actually save the game here, because we might just reload to come here, because I think we're going to explore the stuff that we haven't seen yet, the northern areas. We've seen we've seen the train station, but that's about it. So no missions from here, and that's why I am. It's likely that I will just reload. Yeah, I need to be alone, so reloading, and we're trying to find the Chorts. The Chorts to the upper metro station. Let's talk to everybody and explore. So, this place, it doesn't actually... I don't know where to go. So we got a commoner. Hello. Me and my family often visit the arena. How about this commoner? Edmund Knight got killed by these air hunters. What a stupid name. Who names their son Edmund? I thought he was gonna say that air hunters, because... Wait, is it air hunters? I thought it was acid hunters. Did I... Was that... Did I misread it? I probably misread it. Damn it, Sammy! Do it, you stupid zoner! Jump! No, not yet. No, not yet, because nothing is moving. Okay, and... Okay. Sammy, be a man for once in your miserable life, and end it now. Just one step, Sammy. Just one more step, and you will end your life. And he sighs. Okay, next train, Sammy. The next train is yours. You can do this. I'm gonna miss the arena. I wish I were never born. Oh, it just goes in circles. I can't actually talk to Sammy. The young woman... Excuse me. We're talking to Zilla, though. The young woman greets you with a broad smile, revealing an insight? I don't know how to pronounce that. Is that the name that you give to your front teeth? It's a front tooth gap, as well as the fact that most of her lower teeth are notably crooked. As if someone took a handful of differently colored teeth, there's a lot of teeth in this sentence, and then just pressed them into her gums until they stuck. Still, that's not why they're crooked. It doesn't matter the color. Still, there's no doubt that this imperfect smile has a charming and unique quality. A greeting soon follows. Ah, good day to you, madam. My name is Zilla, and you must be hungry. No, I'm not hungry. I'm Jesse? I'm not. That's not who I am. What can you tell me about the arena? It's the reason people come to Core City, to witness the most beautiful carnage available in Underrail. She laughs. Some say it's cruel and evil and all that nonsense, but all contestants are there voluntarily. Voluntarily, she shouts. They fight because they want the fame and the coin. So if you got the time... that doesn't sound voluntary, by the way. It's like, if you're there voluntarily, then you're not gonna... You're not there for other things. It's like voluntary firefighters or professional firefighters. Actually, I'm not sure about that distinction, because I'm not sure if voluntary firefighters actually get compensated. I don't think they do. There's probably some sort of compensation for, like, you know, the food and stuff like that, maybe, but still, I'm not sure. I don't think they do. But yeah, it's not voluntary. Like, on the face of it, and also, I don't remember, actually, didn't we get prisoners? Didn't we fight prisoners? Anyway, either way, it's not voluntary. They get paid. Check it out. You won't regret it, she says. You also won't regret tasting some of the food I've got to offer. How do you feel about the Faceless invasion? Well, she says, it's a weird situation. When I first heard that the Faceless were cutting us off from the north, I panicked. I'm not gonna lie, it's hardcore stuff, you know what I mean, with the tunnelers and all that nonsense. Speaking of which, that is the thing that I need to figure out. It's the tunneler. It might not be the tunneler that I was looking for. It might be another tunneler. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think there is another tunneler somewhere else, and that's the one Gorski wants. Not the one in Core City. But maybe I'm wrong. Either way, she says, the Praetorians managed to halt their advance for now, but I still got a bad feeling about it all. I heard the Faceless steal people and turn them into cyborgs. Into more Faceless. If that is... do we know they're cyborgs? Anyway, if that is true, then they aren't going to stop until we've all been converted. Well, they aren't gonna catch me, no. I'm gonna drop off a ledge if they ever get into the city. This is all nonsense. Hardcore nonsense. Do you know Mo, by the way? He has a stall on the lower level. The instant you mention his name. Why is his between quotation marks? Is Mo not a him? Because, you know, it should be the name otherwise. If it's not his name, then it should be, like, his name. Instead of, like, his name. You know what I mean? Anyway, her so far pleasant and amiable face gets shattered by an eruption volcano of emotions, and its hot fragments fly towards your face. Wear a mask, lady. Scorching it. Yet, she keeps silent, waiting for the inner boiling to die down, and soon enough it does, allowing her fissured, charred face to revolve back to the same one as before. That is one sentence, that is one paragraph that this narrator has thrown at us, and I don't know what to say about it. But it's irrelevant because she's just upset. She speaks with a more reserved voice. We will not talk about him. And she does air quotes. I bet Mo is a woman. I bet, maybe. Is that understood? She says. Let's pretend you never mentioned him, and all will be well in hardcore. What's wrong? What did Mo ever do to deserve you treating his pronouns as not real? Do not make me repeat myself. We are not discussing him. Sure. I don't, it's whatever. It's whatever. It is literally whatever. I have no idea what that's supposed to be. What we are supposed to read into that. I suppose we're supposed to read whatever we want. That's not how reading works. Just make up the story. But sure, whatever. So, we have a bunch of exits. And what I'll do is I'll just go there and see what they are. Okay, that's more or less what I was expecting. Places. And another, probably the same place. It is the same place. No enemies, though, so I like it. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to mark this as Passage. Passage. That's good. And then we have an abandoned little thing. Is that a door? It is indeed a door. Cash register, a fridge. Has nobody taken everything from here? No, they didn't take the coins. That's not smart. What else do we have? We got some doors over there. Oh. Speaking of not smart, look at me having to go around. Let's speed things along. So there's passages to basically the same area. Or is it? Hello. Avoid drop zone. Not the drop zone. Just avoid drop zone. That's just how it goes. So. Travel by metro. Ooh, this is travel by metro. I probably should, you know, write it down. Although, it's probably easy enough. I know it is traveled by metro. It is the metro station. So, shouldn't be much of a problem there. Okay, and that means this has another passage. Good enough, and we're falling back because we're not exploring these. Mostly because I just want to keep track of where I can go and where I can't. Now, here's the thing. Here's the rub. I think this place has two levels. But I'm not sure. Like, it's clear. It's clear this is another level, but a big old pile of junk. This big old pile of junk offers nothing other than an awful reek. Oh, it's reek. The flies, on the other hand, must think otherwise. They do think otherwise. There's junk. I mean, it offers junk. The flies eat the junk. That's what I think they eat the junk. I'm not actually sure what flies eat. They eat the poop. Okay, they eat it. It's what the flies do, and that's just how it goes. Okay, so basically, this station connects to two places. It's not as complicated as I thought it was going to be. So let's hug the right wall as we came out and see what we can do. See if there's any enemies. There are enemies. There's a motioner over there. A friendly motioner, but not really because it's yellow. Hello. I am looking for my friend Morris. Last time I saw him, he was lying on the tracks, but after I left to relieve myself and came back, he disappeared. You're looking for Morris, huh? Can't blink. Help me. Would you stop melting? It's distracting me. I think is hi. Also, I think maybe my friend Morris might be like a reference to something. Like, I don't know, Joe and Silent Bob or something. Jay? No, which one is it? Either way, it's those movies that, you know, feature a lot of drugs and whatnot. Those movies have a lot of references, and I think I've seen Jay and Silent Bob once. This is another travel by metro? Where the heck are we? Well, we're in a station. Apparently the metro moves. Who would have thunk? I do recall having a lot of trouble in these stations. So let's mark this as travel by metro. I don't know why I'm not just writing metro, but whatever. Hiccup. This feels... It says Sector D over there. It's very hard to see, but it does say that. Ooh, nice. Lockpicks. What is this one? Insulated foam padding. We don't need that. This goes back upstairs. And a passage as well. We're hugging the right wall. Oh, there's a sign over here. University. Ooh, I think this is actually where we're supposed to go. If we take the metro, it tells us where which stop it is. Oh yeah, look at this. This is short. Oh, we're gonna... Oh no, this is like main quest stuff. Hi. Okay, There's a robed man. This is important. This is important. I don't know what's gonna happen. Hopefully we'll be able to actually just see this happen and then come back later, because I want to explore the rest of the stuff. As the robed man hurriedly steps outside, all three soldiers standing in front of him simultaneously take a small bow while having their hands placed on their chests right around the heart area. Once the salute is finally over, the middle soldier takes a single step forward and addresses him.
Short is evolution, Ifrator.
The Ifrator responds by performing an identical salute, excluding the bow.
Evolution is short, brother. Tell me, did you manage to find anything? I'm afraid not, Ifrator. We scanned the surrounding area but found nothing other than a handful of isolated groups of bandits and scavengers, and no one possessed what we seek. I'm afraid our initial reports might just be true. Lunatics must have been behind the theft. All leads simply point to those devolved inbreds.
I will be the judge of that, brother. His stare, passes over each and every one of the three individuals. Reservoirs, you all deserve rest. Meanwhile, I will wait for the second unit to arrive. They should be here soon enough. Magnificent short. He looks at them again. I said, go and get some rest. Don't just stand there like you're frozen. Inside. He points to the big front gate.
Short guide you, Ifrator.
Yes, short guide me. Why do they have this conversation out front? And is it actually related? Is it actually related to the theft that we saw? Because they are all shortists. And we got a frowning man. You approach this person in an attempt to start a conversation. That is what I'm trying to do, yes. He responds with a glance, followed by him turning his head away from you. His face seems to be stuck in a perpetual frown, making him look like he is constantly angry. Whether he is or not, you remain unsure. Excuse me, I had some questions I'd like to ask you. He looks at you and then, after a couple of seconds, decides to respond.
I'm not interested in answering any questions. Go bug someone else, Zoner.
Okay, what can you tell me about yourself? He seems irritated by your question.
Will you leave me alone already? Which part of the go bug someone else line did you misunderstand? Go, as in, get as far away from me as possible. Bug, as in annoy, rile, bother. Someone else, as in someone that is not me. Get it now?
Why are you here and what can you tell me about this place? Doing two questions in the same question is just like throwing... I'm just being... Like, the game does that every once in a while. It's really weird because this is a role-playing game. You can act like normal people act, which is just asking one question at a time, instead of like saying it like as if you're writing an email. And he specifically doesn't want to ask questions, so I'm asking too. His frown becomes even more pronounced.
Deaf, stupid, or both? I'd say both. Therefore, I'll have to lower myself to your intellectual level so that I may be able to convey the message that I have been trying to convey for some time now. Here it is. Shoo. Don't speak to me ever again.
What do you know about shortists? He spits his words through his teeth.
What kind of moron are you? Leave me alone or I'll zone you out on the spot.
I don't think he actually zones me out on the spot if I ask him again. But I'm going to save the game. And I'm just going to click him a lot. Can't click him. What is that? Wireless charging aura. Right, I know what that is. So, Daphne. A petite young woman appears to be lost in thought, her gaze fixed on some distant spot far behind you. Upon approaching her, she looks at you and smiles, making her cheeks plump up. I don't know what plump means. I mean, I know what it's an adjective. I don't know if it is a verb, but either way. When she speaks, her voice has a mostly pleasant timbre, but there is also a hint of abrasiveness from time to time, sounding like she has suffered some degree of damage to her voice. She probably just has vocal fry, and our characters over here being like, oh, vocal fry. She obviously smoked very a lot of much. That is how it works. Do I know how to make vocal fry? Yeah, it's this, isn't it? That's the fry. I think vocal fry does or can exist because of vocal damage, but I'm not actually sure. Anyway, hi stranger. Are you also here to join the shortists? I don't do vocal fry very much. That's a very I like vocal fry, and it's easy for me to do, if that is indeed what it is. But it's also very easy to note what to distinguish the characters. I do a little bit of voices so that if you're listening to this instead of also watching, that so that you can keep up with what's going on without being all confused that I'm just saying words. Well, maybe. What can you tell me about them? Well, then, if you are, join the line. But first, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Daphne. Nice to meet you. Scary. Nice to meet you too, Daphne. Carrie, got it. Okay, Carrie, let's talk. What can you tell me about yourself? I'm a geneticist from Foundry. What exactly do you mean by that? You see, Foundry is a station town, call it however you will, that revolves around a single thing, mining. Well, mining, processing, and manufacturing products out of ore that has been mined out. True, but the most important aspect is that such place has no room for, say, a biologist. It's like a fisherman on a train station. It's got nothing to do. Huh. Anyway, I had to get out of there. How did you end up there in the first place? My parents brought me there so when I was little. The money was good, sure, but if we had gone through Southgate or a rail crossing, we would have been golden. But oh well, I ended up there. Years went by, I grew older. No more will I waste my time in that dump, I said to myself. I have aspirations, and I'm gonna study as much as I can, get out of that hole, and move forward in life. Isn't it a bit dangerous to travel around here? Or travel alone? Technically, it's more dangerous to live in Foundry. I'm not exaggerating, Carrie. No. I know. Well, it's a little bit better now. So... That was the first one. Why are you here, and what can you tell me about this place? 2 questions in one. Well, I got tired of living in a polluted environment. That's one reason. It's also... I will point out that it really does not make sense for you to ask, besides the obvious question, the obvious issue that it doesn't make sense for you to ask 2 questions in the same line. It really does not make sense for you to ask it with the way this game is written, because this game answers so many questions with a single line, and it actually happens more often than not in RPGs, which is sort of unfortunate. The problem with... answering so many questions with a simple, or giving me so many answers with a simple question or with a simple line, is that by the time we're done with this particular branch of dialogue, I don't remember what I asked. So yeah, it's like, did I ask this? But because she just rambles, so why not? Let's see what she answers. Well, I got tired of living in a polluted environment, that's one reason. The other is, well, this Institute of Chort seems to need a lot of experts in the field of biology, genetics, and similar. I'm not saying I'm an expert, but joining them could be the first step towards becoming one. Besides, I'm sure that they pay good money. Just look at the building. Do you even know why they need so many scientists? I know what you really mean. I think you're meaning... Are these guys some evil cultists that perform twisted experiments and torture people, and if so, why would I want to join them? Well, she makes a slightly longer pause. Frankly, I don't know what's going on inside, but I know one thing. There is no other place in Underrail where you can go and not ask yourself the same question, Carrie. This whole world is twisted, and despite their strange appearance, these shortists seem like, look, I'm careful. If I sense anything too strange is going on, I'll back out. I haven't lost any of my senses from living in Foundry. Got that one? No, she says, I haven't lost all my senses from living in Foundry. And she asks if I got that one, because it's a joke. It is a bad joke. Because it's not the same sort of senses. You lost all my senses. That's not, I lost my sense of direction. I lost my sense of smell. I lost my sense of taste. That's not the same senses as losing all of your senses, Daphne. Anyway, the reason why it is bad to ask so many questions is that she's talking about senses and this, and I don't remember if this line belongs to this, because why would it be? And just look at it. Why are you here? Question mark would work just as well for what you just said. It would work beautifully. Yeah, but apparently it's 2 options or 2 questions, and I don't understand why. It doesn't bother me overly, but what I mean is, I don't understand why. It's like, why would they do that? What can you tell me about the Chortists? Apart from what you just told me. From what I know, Institute of Chort is a research organization that celebrates a creature called Chort. Supposedly that creature's genome is very unique, and whatever they learn from it can be applied to humans as well. I've heard terms like directed evolution and conquering the surface, but I won't comment on those until I know more. This is their main building. They supposedly have facilities in deep caverns as well. That's pretty much all I know. It's not my fault, it's just that information on them is kind of scarce. Did you perhaps see any of the Chortists carrying a strange artifact, like a 20-sided polyhedron, and not a dice? What you describe? No, I haven't seen But I remember a large group of tourists coming back from Core City. That's what I overheard, and they seem to have had something pretty valuable with them. Again, I sort of overheard them talk. They went inside. Anyway, that's all I can remember seeing. Okay, so we have a lead. But as I said before... Oh, Maurice over there. Do we know Maurice? Oh, Maurice, of course we know Maurice. Your friend is looking for you. He's also high out of his mind. Potentially.
This corner is so fabulous. Check it.
You mean check it out. Check it out is what you say. We have a cash register over here. Because that's just how it works. No, it is not. Because you can't go back there. There's a commoner back here. Yeah, commoner is guarding all that. You can't go past. That's interesting. Huh. And it's just the cafe. Hello. Hey, I'm busy here, says the person who's peeing. Yes, you are busy there. Oh, and Kale. We also need to talk to Kale. But we also need to end the episode because we're out of time for the day. So for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Underrail Expedition. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment. Like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.